we're focusing on bringing together postures with affirmations. And I'm using the book by Louise L called Heal Your Body. We're going to go from 1C in the cervical spine, so right at the base of the skull, and then down to 7C, which is meeting the thoracic spine. So go ahead and set up actually one prop so that your head can be supported once we come to lying down in a moment. And we'll start by coming to our seated position, closing the eyes. We'll take a nice clearing breath in through the nose. Exhaling out through the mouth. And let's do this a few more times. So that with every exhalation, we're releasing tension in the whole body. But let's start in our the upper region. So we're going to make our way down. So on the next inhale, breathing and filling up with life energy. And on the exhale, relaxing the face, relaxing the scalp, the ears, the throat. And then we'll continue taking a deep breath in, filling with life energy, vital force. As you exhale, release through the neck, the shoulders, the upper back, and the chest. Take a deep breath in again, filling with prana. On the exhale, releasing tension through the chest, down through the rib cage, into the solar plexus, in the back, feeling all the way down to the mid-back, breathing in through the nose. This time releasing tension through the solar plexus and down through the midsection, the abdomen, the waist, the low back, into the hips. And then again, breathing in. And releasing in the hips and the pelvis, down through the thighs. And now making our way as we breathe in, filling with prana. Releasing tension through the thighs and the knees and the lower legs. And then once more, breathing in. Releasing down through the ankles, letting the feet relax and soften all the way through the toes and the soles of the feet. And then let's bring our palms together. We'll bow the head. And now that we feel more relaxed through the body and the mind, more receptive, let's just repeat to ourselves, I bow to the presence of the divine within. Om Namah Shivaya. I bow to the presence of the divine within. And now let's begin our practice by coming down to the back and having the head rest on something that can elevate it comfortably. So as much as one block is good, we're just going to have the neck kind of lifted up a little bit, and we're going to plant the feet and just release the arms alongside the body, palms flipped up. And just to kind of help loosen up a little bit, we're going to take a few pelvic tilts. So first, make sure that the breath is deep and continuous in that victorious breath style. So if you aren't there, you can take a breath in through the nose, fog out through the mouth, fog in through the mouth, Close the mouth, exhale through the nostrils. See if my sound is better. I realized my sound wasn't set up. So now we're going to begin to pull the pelvis in and then relax and lift the belly button up. So pulling the pelvis in and then drawing the belly button up. And then we can think about pulling the belly button in and lifting the belly button up. And so we'll just move like this, helping the low back relax by activating it and then giving it some little bit of extension. Waking up the belly. And then we'll go ahead and maybe take a few more actually. And then we'll just relax the back so that it is closer to the mat but not quite pressed into it. Now let's take the hands behind the head and interlace the fingers. And then from here, bring the knees together and let the feet come apart a little bit. So knees touch and the legs can just relax into one another and the feet a little further apart. And then we'll go ahead and just pick up the head. So just use the strength of the arms. Pick up the head and then lower the head. And then once you release the head, you can kind of let the elbows open and relax the arms. And then we'll go ahead and pick up the head again. So feeling the weight of the head in the arms. And then release and lower the head back down. Just continue a few more of these. Our focus today is in the region of the neck, so we're going to work with the rest of the body too, but also have a special focus here. And just picking up the head and lowering the head a couple more times. You might inhale it up and exhale it down. And then we're going to relax the head, keeping it down, keeping the hands behind it for a moment. So I'd like to give our first affirmation. This is a general affirmation for the neck. And the neck represents flexibility, the ability to see what's back there, she says. Very simple affirmation. I am peaceful with life. So just feeling the weight of the head in your own hands now, letting the neck relax completely, repeating to yourself a few more times, I am peaceful with life. I am peaceful with life. And maybe feeling this through the whole body, maybe letting that idea sit in the neck itself. I am peaceful with life. Okay, so now we're going to go a little further by taking the thumbs, so you can maybe undo the interlacing of the fingers just a tad, so you can fit the thumbs in the ridges of the skull, right at the bottom, the occipital region. Those two grooves, you'll put your thumbs there and just start to gently massage. So pushing into these grooves, feeling around the outside of the upper neck. And here we're releasing tension in some pockets where we tend to hold a lot of tension. So it's important to release these muscles to help the cervical spine itself. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and just hold this area for a moment. So we can pause with our circles, but just holding now part of the skull. So let's actually see if we can get our fingers to the skull and push into the skull, push the thumbs still into this occipital grooves here. Relax the forehead, relax the temples. And I will give this next affirmation that's generally, again, for the neck. And this is specifically for neck problems. It is with flexibility and ease that I see all sides of an issue. There are endless ways of doing things and seeing things. I am safe. It is with flexibility and ease that I see all sides of an issue. There are endless ways of doing things and seeing things. I am safe. And now starting to feel that affirmation in this region and letting yourself pick out maybe a few words, or if you're able to fill those sentences all within your mind. But even if there's a word or two or a phrase that sticks out, letting that repeat in your mind, washing over this area of your body. It is with flexibility and ease that I see all sides of an issue. There are endless ways of doing things and seeing things. I am safe. A few more deep breaths as you continue. Now we're going to start to move the hands and give a scalp massage here. So begin to now circle the hands, letting the pressure of the fingers press into the scalp, and begin to make your way around the scalp. So maybe you find your way to the temples, and we can move forward from that affirmation. Some of it might continue to echo in your mind, which is it's just naturally going to happen. And that's the point of these affirmations, to change our thought patterns. So then maybe your fingers start to travel to the top of the scalp, right to the crown. Maybe as you do this, you start to sense that the top front towards the forehead needs attention. Just begin to travel all around the head. This position itself that we're in with the knees together and the head elevated is supposed to be good for headaches, relieving headaches. And since the neck has a lot to do with our headaches, it's important to bring in what we can here to make this practice more and more effective. And so the scalp tension also contributing to such things. So we want to really relax this area, give it a little bit more pressure all the way around. Taking some clearing breaths. And then we're going to release the fingers from the head. Just let the arms relax behind. And notice how much more alive the scalp feels, the base of the skull. And when you can feel that aliveness, it's the contrasting dullness is more obvious. So I'm feeling in my face a little bit of dullness. So let's go ahead and take the fingers, and you could take either the fingertips, or you could take knuckles, and start to massage the face. So starting from the forehead, working from the center, begin to send the pressure towards the temples, coming back to the center in the forehead. Make your way through to the temples. And so we're just stroking the face, working from the center outward. Eventually find your way to the bridge of the nose and travel down below the eyes and out towards the scalp. And then making your way down the face, still coming outward where the hairline meets the face, and then continuing down and towards the jaw, and down and across the jaw, underneath the nose, outward, and the chin, outward. And then we're going to bring the hands together and create some friction and heat so we can give some warmth and relaxation to the eyes. So once you feel like you've built that heat, bring the palms to the eyes and relax. Feel that warmth move through the eyes, through the face, down into the neck. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And let's release the arms now alongside the body and feel the whole head, the face, the scalp, the base of the skull, alive. Okay, let's start to move the support under the head, and we'll just take it straight back and release the head to the mat. Bring the arms out to a T. And then we'll lift the knees up and begin to take the knees to the right, keeping the arms pressed down to the floor, to the mat, and then turning the head to the left and turning the head to the right. And going through a few times, moving the head side to side. Be nice and slow motion. And then we'll keep the head turned away from the knees. Take about 3 deep breaths. And bring the knees to center. Set the feet down. Just pick up the hips for a moment and then bring the knees back in. It'll realign the hips, and then we'll take knees to the left. You can feel maybe one side a little bit more tight than the other. Arms pressed down and the head turns side to side. Okay, we'll turn the head away from the knees and hold here for 3 breaths. Bring the knees to center. Set them down, pick up the hips, and then draw the knees in towards the chest and begin to rock a little bit side to side, just swaying. And we'll push the knees into the hands and the hands back into the knees and feel the low back massage along the mat. And then we're going to pick up the head and just keeping the legs more still now as we draw them in, picking up the head. So feeling that the neck is now working against gravity here. Feeling that activation. Three more deep breaths. And exhale, lower the head, elongate the legs, take them forward, reach the arms back, find length, lift the belly button. And let's bring the knees back in and roll to one side, where we'll rest for a moment before we get a little bit more active. And we're going to press our way up to a table position, hands and knees. And we're going to move through cat-cow, but we're going to bring in our first affirmation now, focusing on 1C of the cervical spine. So we've kind of loosened up some tension there. So once you find your way to hands and knees, taking these pelvic tilts from this position, inhaling, belly button sends downward, tailbone and head shifts up. Exhaling, belly button sends up, and the tailbone and the head shift down. So really letting go of the head here, looking towards the navel, towards the belly button when you're in that cat posture. Inhaling, exhaling. So continuing to move like this, and then focusing the top of the cervical spine. And we will say to ourselves, or even aloud, I am centered and calm and balanced. The universe approves of me. I trust my higher self. All is well. I am centered and calm and balanced. The universe approves of me. I trust my higher self. All is well. I am centered and calm and balanced. The universe approves of me. I trust my higher self. All is well. I am centered and calm and balanced. The universe approves of me. I trust my higher self. All is well. I am centered and calm and balanced. The universe approves of me. I trust my higher self. All is well. Now we're going to come to a neutral table position. And on the next inhalation, lift the right arm up towards the sky. Now before we do, actually separate the knees so they're further apart. And come to the left 5 fingertips. Left 5 fingertips. And then reach the right arm upwards. Now we're going to move this wrist around. And we can feel a little bit of twisting into the lower back. Taking some circles with the right hand. Might open and close the hand a few times. And then we'll set the left palm down, threading the needle. Exhale, thread right arm underneath the left. Come down to the right shoulder, right side of the face. Feeling this right shoulder really open, right in the back. You might be able to hear a little crackling, signifying some opening. Now we'll take this first variation as you wish. So maybe you'd like to take the left arm up and wrap it around the low back. You might keep this right arm fairly relaxed, or you might take the left arm forward with palm down. Letting the body get heavy and press into the right shoulder. Another deep breath. And Now we're going to have the left palm down. Let the left arm actually just relax completely. And then straighten up the right arm and straighten the fingers. Keep sending the fingers forward away from the right shoulder, but now pull the right shoulder back. So feeling that pull back, you'll feel a little bit of a gentle, subtle shift. Helping to release tension around the shoulder, behind the shoulder blade. Going up towards the base of the neck. And we'll have this left palm pressed down, pressing into it, lift the right arm back up, and exhale the right hand down. Come to the right fingertips, inhale left arm up, and begin to move this left hand in circles. Maybe open and close the hand a few times. And we'll send the left arm underneath the right. You can come down to the right palm. Bring the left side of the face to the mat. Feel the weight start to pull into the shoulder. Find your first variation here. So again, maybe wrapping arm around or sending arm forward. Lots of ways to be here. Relaxing into this posture. Sinking into the left shoulder. We're going to have the right arm relax now, so just letting it come back down gently to the mat. And then we'll start to straighten up the left arm, straighten the fingers, reach the fingers forward away from the shoulder. Now pull the shoulder back. So every time I do that, I feel and sense and hear a little crack, a little crackling, very gentle. Activating this area to let go of stuck energy. Just sitting in that spot, and it needs to move, needs to flow. A couple more deep breaths. And we'll have the right palm down to press the left arm up. And then lower the hand down. Let's rest in child's posture now. So big toes together, knees can separate. Lower the head down. Make sure that the head is supported by something. So if you need to bring a block for the forehead, we'll do that. We're going to bring the next vertebra in the cervical spine. So we're going to focus on 2C now. And so in our child's posture, let's take the hands to the neck. Actually, hold the neck with the hands. Right to the back, right to the spine. Back of the neck, feeling that area with the hands. And now offering these next words, this idea, this new thought. I am one with the universe and all of life. It is safe for me to know and to grow. I am one with the universe and all of life. It is safe for me to know and to grow. I am one with the universe and all of life. It is safe for me to know and to grow. I am one with the universe and all of life. It is safe for me to know and to grow. I am one with the universe and all of life. It is safe for me to know and to grow. Feeling the loving touch of your hands on the cervical spine. And realizing I am one with the universe and all of life. It is safe for me to know and to grow. Relax a little further into this posture as you continue to recite the affirmation mentally or verbally. I am one with the universe and all of life. It's safe for me to know and to grow. And we'll start to come out of this. So you can take a clearing breath and then rise up to table, hands and knees. Let's take the right leg behind, and on the next exhalation, bring the knee to the nose, shift the head down and the knee up. Take that leg up once again, lift the head, and then this time take the right knee over to the right, all the way to the right. See if you can get to the right elbow, and then take the right leg back. Now we're going to send this right knee towards the left arm. So there's going to be a little bit of a twist, and then take that right leg back, and then begin to take the knee to the chest, the head down, lift the leg on the inhale. Send the right knee over to the right, bending it, taking it towards the right arm. Take that leg back, and then over to the left arm. So now let's continue this. Inhaling, lifting the right leg. Exhaling, taking knee to nose. Inhaling, lifting, taking knee to right arm. Over to the right. Inhaling, lifting, and then taking knee to left. So I think maybe we've done that 3 times so far, 2 times, I don't know. We're going to do it one more though. So first in the center, then over to the right, back to center, and over to the left. And then we'll pick up this right leg and send the right knee to the right hand. The left leg slides back. We're finding a pigeon. So we're going to sway a little bit side to side. Swaying just a little bit more here, and then maybe with each sway you lower just one more step, and one more step, and then eventually finding your way in. Now once you've lowered down, go ahead and roll over the back toes and press into the toes to lift the left knee. Hold here for 2 more deep breaths.
And then relax the left leg and let the neck deactivate completely. Let the head be heavy on whatever it's resting. Relaxing 10% more. Allowing every breath to help this body relax into this position. Filling with vital energy on the breath in. Releasing all tension on the breath out. Now we're going to start to rise in a moment, so take a couple deep breaths. Maybe a nice clearing breath to help. And we're going to find a back bend in this position. So we'll just bring hands to the mat. And either using the support of the hands, so it really depends on the strength of the back, on the flexibility of the back. So whatever you're working with here, maybe you can walk hands closer in. Maybe you can bring palms together. Maybe you could take hands behind so it's a little bit more supportive, squeezing the shoulders back. And then finding a way that you can support yourself, if it's a little too much effort to have the hands off the mat. See if you can take your right foot and sit right on top of it. So scooch it right underneath. If this is a little much, there are ways to wedge a block underneath the hip, by the way. So see if that's something that you would want to do. And then from here, bend the back leg and see if the right hand can find the left ankle or foot. And if not, you'll stay right here and keep supporting yourself. This is going to help build us up to that point. Okay, so if you can do this, turn the head to the right and spread the left toes. Now, while we're here, we have the head turned. I'm going to be giving us the affirmation for 3C in the cervical spine. Just keep turning the head to the right. I am responsible only for myself, and I rejoice in who I am. I can handle all that I create. I am responsible only for myself, and I rejoice in who I am. I can handle all that I create. I am responsible only for myself, and I rejoice in who I am. I can handle all that I create. I am responsible only for myself, and I rejoice in who I am. I can handle all that I create. I am responsible only for myself, and I rejoice in who I am. I can handle all that I create. I am responsible only for myself, and I rejoice in who I am. I can handle all that I create. And now we'll release. Let's switch sides. You might carry this affirmation with you, but we're going to actually come into a child's posture first here. We just did a lot, so let's release down. Maybe continuing. I am responsible only for myself, and I rejoice in who I am. I can handle all that I create. Clear the breath out through the mouth. And then let's rise up. And we have the other side to do. So let's lift the left leg behind. And then exhale. First in the center, head down, knee up. Inhale, take the leg back. Exhale, left knee outside of the left arm. Inhale, taking it back. Exhale, over to the right arm. Taking it back. Into center. Back. Left. Back. Right. Back. Continuing. Strengthening the abdomen, center and sides. And also preparing the left leg for pigeon. So maybe one more repetition. And then we'll set up pigeon. So left knee to left hand, right leg slides back. We're swaying side to side. And then slowly, slowly finding the way down. Sinking the body into the mat, letting the head be heavy so that the neck is completely inactive. Ooh. And then that right leg, I forgot. We're going to roll over those toes and lift that right knee up if you haven't already. And just take a couple deep breaths there. It'll facilitate this position. So then releasing and relaxing in. I'm a little behind here in the cervical spine, so we've got 4 more to go through. And so let's take about 3 or 4 deep breaths. A nice clearing breath. Really letting our bodies today relax from the head down, working our way little by little from the top to the bottom. So we're going to start to rise now, and we'll find this back bend. I'm going to feel the heart center opening. So wherever you are, lifting the heart as best as you can. The shoulders back. And then we're going to take that left heel and sit right on top of it. It's a little easier that way. Bend the back leg and see if you can take left hand to the right foot, spread those right toes, and then turn the head to the left. So now we can feel that we're opening a little bit more in the chest. And now as you're turning the head to the left, so even if you're here, turn the head to the left, or maybe take the head back, whatever feels right if you're in the center. And we'll start with this affirmation. I am clear in my communication with life. I am free to enjoy life right now. I am clear in my communication with life. I am free to enjoy life right now. I am clear in my communication with life. I am free to enjoy life right now. I am clear in my communication with life. I am free to enjoy life right now. I am clear in my communication with life. I am free to enjoy life right now. I am clear in my communication. I am free to enjoy life. And releasing, maybe carrying the affirmation with you. Let's meet back into a child's position. Deep breath in and out. And we're going to start to rise. And once you've risen, come to a seat with the legs open out in a V. So a little bit of leg work and then a little bit more neck work before we rest. So with the legs out in a V, hands can be behind. And we'll just start to move the feet. Take some circles or some pointing and flexing. And then we'll let the knees bend and flex the feet. Reach the arms upwards. Find length in the spine. Now, if you can keep the legs straight, if you're flexible enough in the legs and they're ready to be there, then feel free to keep them straight. Now we're going to start to hinge forward, release the arms, and then let the head go. And now you have an option. You can find extension here, or you can let the back round and let the head go so that you'd be looking right towards the navel again. So if you do that, you'll feel a nice pull on the spine. Now taking a few deep breaths here, we're going to allow ourselves to either be still or to move depending on how you're feeling. And we're going to add another affirmation focusing on 5C in the cervical spine. So as we're doing this again, you might move. And so for me, I feel like I'd like to move closer to one leg and then closer to the other leg, and feeling the freedom of the neck as I move so that it's relaxed but somewhat active. And so check in and see what feels right for you. And here is our affirmation. My communication is clear. I accept my good. I let go of all expectations. I am loved
and I am safe. My communication is clear. I accept my good. I let go of all expectations. I am loved, and I am safe. My communication is clear. I accept my good. I let go of all expectations. I am loved, and I am safe. My communication is clear. I accept my good. I let go of all expectations. I am loved, and I am safe. My communication is clear. I accept my good. I let go of all expectations. I am loved, and I am safe. A few more breaths. My communication is clear. I accept my good. I let go of all expectations. I am loved, and I am safe. My communication is clear. I accept my good. I let go of all expectations. I am loved, and I am safe. Now we're going to start to rise. So find your way into a balanced position, coming back into the center, and then unrolling the spine. Once you've risen, we're going to close the legs and cross the ankles or have foot in front of shin. And now let's focus a little bit more on the neck. So once you're in this position, we're going to roll the shoulders. And this is it before we rest. So rolling the shoulders, taking some shoulder shrugs. Once you have the shoulders back and down, we'll take one ear towards the sky. And now feel like that ear or the shoulder that ear is moving away from is starting to get very heavy. So even giving some heaviness to it by pressing it down. Bring the head to center. Take the other ear towards the sky. Stretching it up. Take that same shoulder down, letting it be heavy. Now bring the head back to center and start with the first ear. Let it go up. Now we'll shift the chin down, keeping the head tilted. I'm going to bring in an affirmation for 6C. Here's part of it. I lovingly release others to their own lessons. I lovingly release others to their own lessons. Lovingly release others to their own lessons. Now shift the head up and continue the affirmation. I lovingly release others to their own lessons. I lovingly release others to their own lessons. Lovingly release others to their own lessons. Lovingly release others to their own lessons. And bring the head to center, and then all the way back to the middle. Take the other ear upward. Shift the chin downward. Still in 6C. I lovingly care for myself. I move with ease through life.
I lovingly care for myself. I lovingly care for myself. I lovingly care for myself. I move with ease through life. I move with ease through life. I lovingly care for myself. I move through ease. I move with ease through life. I move with ease through life. Now shift the head up. I lovingly care for myself. I move with ease through life. I lovingly care for myself. I move with ease through life. Now bring the head to center. And just let the head go. Give it a little bit of a shake. I lovingly release others to their own lessons. I lovingly care for myself. I move with ease through life. Okay, lift the head, take the head back. Lovingly care for myself. I lovingly release others to their own lessons. I move with ease through life. Bring the head back to center. Move it around a little bit, maybe in circles. I move with ease through life. And shake the head out. And then come down to the back. All the way down to the back to rest. Any more things that we could have done with the neck. But it's important to be balanced and focus on other areas as well, so that we come away from this practice feeling open all around. So now let's see if there is a posture that feels good to you before you rest. Find that posture. Maybe it's a happy baby or simple spinal twist that we started with, or something else entirely. Honor whatever that is and take care of yourself. Lovingly take care of myself. I move with ease through life. And then you're going to find your way to resting, where we'll begin to let go completely. So taking the shoulders back and flipping the palms up, arms away from the body, from the trunk, feet away from each other, toes pointing away from each other. And this is the final affirmation here before we start to shift into Shavasana. So feeling now the base of the neck, 7C. I have a right to be me. I forgive the past. I know who I am. I touch others with love. I have a right to be me. I forgive the past. I know who I am. I touch others with love. I have a right to be me. I forgive the past. I know who I am. I touch others with love. These are 4 short statements. There is one that speaks to you the most. Find that one and reaffirm that to yourself, silently as you continue to drift into a fuller state of rest. I have a right to be me. I forgive the past. I know who I am. I touch others with love. Probably drifted into a state of rest. Start to come back by bringing that affirmation to mind again. And begin to breathe into that affirmation. So now really coming back to fuller lungs and emptying lungs. All of these affirmations that we've gone through today, giving them life within our own being as we've moved through them and let them move through us. So now we're going to start to wake up the body again, move hands and feet. Reaching the arms behind, pointing the toes. Bringing knees into chest, arms to knees, a little swaying side to side. Find your way to one side, rest there for a moment. And then rising up to seal this practice. And once you've risen, we'll bring palms together. Eyes closed. Feeling the peace of the messages that we received today, that we gifted to ourselves. Really opening ourselves to a loving environment within, which we can reflect to others and offer them as well that loving thought. Let's seal our practice with Om. Breathing in through the nose. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.